Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show, Red Pill Edition. My name is Leon Jones. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the older women. Now, I've gotten some emails from some subscribers about why do I talk about older women so much? Well, number one, I'm an older man. I'm 54 years old, and I date older women. Number two, the older women have the biggest influence on the younger women. And I can tell you this has been systematic since the 1960s. Because I can tell you at 54 years old, when I was in the 90s, in my 20s and 30s, the older women had the negative influence when it came to the younger women when I was in my 20s and 30s back in the 90s. Same thing happened in the 80s. Same thing happened in the 70s. And when it comes to this older woman, and this is going to go with the title, older women are influenced by a lot of what goes on around them. So the title of this video is The Older Woman is Influenced by External Forces. The older woman is influenced by external forces. Now, what do I mean by external forces? It's plain and simple. When you deal with a number of these older women, you as a man might think you're the problem. But the problem isn't you. The problem is who is around this older woman. And some of the external forces are, does she have her grown children living at home? Is she taking care of foster children? Is she on social media too much? How many times has she been married? How many boyfriends has she had in the past, or relationships did she have in the past? What's her political affiliation, her education level? What is her mental state or psychological state? Does she take a lot of medication? Is her health bad? Does she have a lot of girlfriends who influence her to go out to party every week? Does she watch too much television? Now, these are all big external forces because this is what influences the older woman to believe that she still has the same body, the same mindset, and the same options that she did when she was in her 20s. Remember, this older woman gave her best to the first guy she had sex with, whether she married him or not. And every guy who came after that felt more and more of her emotional outrage or her emotional irrational thinking. Why? Because she kept on meeting the wrong types of guys. And again, do I blame everything on the older woman when she was young? No. In my past video, you had a lot of fast talking dudes. Dudes throwing jive at her. Dudes who were very charismatic. Some of these dudes out here sound like preachers. These dudes out here were pimping women. These dudes were using women for the sex. And some of these women who were young did not even know that until they reached an age of maturity. And when they reached an age of maturity, the external force that they had in them was the past guy's DNA. And that's a big external force because when you are dating this older woman, you're also dating the guys she had in the past. Now, why is this true? Because the spirit of those guys that she had in the past, unless she cleanses herself and starts believing in the Most High, those guys are always going to be with her. And when you are in a relationship with her, you're going to see the insecurities. You're going to be the one who is being compared to those other guys, even though you're not those other guys, because those other guys are still with her. And when it comes to this older woman and relationships, she believes in the matriarchal mindset. She wants a simp, a cuck. She wants somebody she can control. Now, this is all influenced, again, by feminist Marxism. See, when it comes to this older woman, she has this egalitarian concept that men and women are equal. And men and women are different. They're not equal. We have never been equal. I'm not saying we're not equally human or equally as important as civilization, but as far as women and men competing head to head, we're always going to win. But she believes in her feminist ways that she can outdo men. And she's influenced by other bitter women. And that's why she's bitter. And when it comes to this older woman, you can't teach her anything. Again, this is where the other external force, her girlfriends, come into play. If this older woman has a lot of girlfriends, and her girlfriends are single, but this older woman is dating you, her girlfriends are going to talk her out of dating you. Why are they going to do that? Number one, women don't respect women. And if you don't believe me, you look in the workplace. This is why a number of women want male bosses. See, women will call each other out. Men, we say we call women out. We really don't call them out. Why? Because if we call a woman out, it's a risk that we won't be able to fuck her that day. Because most men, let's just be honest, we're looking to fuck. We're looking to get a nut. Most men are. But when it comes to this older woman out here, she allows her girlfriends to compromise the relationship. If you are a minute or two late coming home, she's going to question you about it. Now, why is she going to question you about it? Because she's been listening to her bitter girlfriends, and her girlfriends are going to base your relationship off of her relationship. So she's giving advice to her girlfriend that is the one you're dating. Well, she's getting advice from her girlfriends about men when they don't even have a man. And that's problematic. And see, these girlfriends who are external forces are very selfish. Because before she had you in her life, she would go out with the girlfriends. See, but the girlfriends weren't interested in finding men. They were still interested in having that party lifestyle. Again, a number of these older women are party girls. They're washed up party girls. They think they can go out and find some younger man that they can control, some younger man that's going to spend money on them. And at the end of the day, a number of these older party girls basically want to control that younger man. They want to give him the intent that she'll give him some pussy, when in actuality, she's just there to waste his time and his money. You younger brothers and some of you older brothers don't fall for it. It's a trick. But going back to the girlfriend, a lot of these girlfriends who are bitter particularly the single ones who were hanging out with this older woman, partying with this older woman that you're dating, well, they still don't have a man and you have a man. And see what they're doing when it comes to the relationship with the older woman that you're dating from the girlfriends. The girlfriends, even if they make up lies, they believe in their mind that you as a man took their girlfriend away from them. So the girlfriends, even if they don't know you, they're going to have all types of negativity about you. They're going to make up lies that you are cheating, and they don't even know you. They haven't even seen the venues where you go. They don't even know your lifestyle. And this older woman, if she's weak, and a number of them are weak, they're going to listen to these girlfriends. And it's going to cause a lot of drama in your relationship because now you're going to call her out. And when you call her out, she's going to shame you. And you're going to be the one who's going to be blamed for the relationship that's going backward. But really, it's her girlfriends who compromised the relationship because she allowed the girlfriends to come in to the relationship. And this is why I always say, guys, when you are dating women, period, look at the individuals who they are associating themselves with. If they associate themselves with bad women, don't date them. Another external force is family. Yes. And family is big when it comes to the online dating sites. A number of women, particularly older women, say they love their family so much. That's good that you love your family. But they don't love the family the way I believe they should love their family. Now, I'm just going by I believe. Now, family is supposed to be a support system. Family is not supposed to be a system to where you hide under because you don't want to find a man in your life. But a number of these older women, they love their family so much, they love to hang around their family because their family is also going to influence their decision when it comes to relationships. Because just like the girlfriends, the family, particularly the females in the family, are going to base your relationship situation off of their situation. And some of these family members are very bitter themselves. They're not going to take responsibility for what they did. They're simply going to have an opinion about the man that you're dating as an older woman. Now, they're not going to be correct because they don't even know the man you're dating. But again, they don't want you to have a man because they don't have a man. And these are the women who are bitter, and they're giving this older women or this older woman advice on having a man. But they're bitter. And some of the guy family members, they're going to try to play tough themselves. There's nothing wrong with protecting your family member. But some of you guys out there who are trying to tell men, well, don't mess with my sister, or this is going to happen. But you're the guys out there going through women yourselves. But you're trying to simp for your sister. And the brother, that older woman, is going to try to come at you like he's a man when he really isn't a man himself. But when it comes to families, especially if she's been married a couple of times, you, as a man dating this older woman, you may have to go through 1, 2, or 3 families, depending again on how many times this woman has been married. Because you're going to have to go through the kids. That's another part. The grown kids. a number of older women who have their grown kids living in the household with them. And the grown kids have some type of influence. They have opinions. Why? Because she allowed the grown kids to have an opinion. She allowed the grown kids to have power. So what she has done, she has actually taken the son who's doing nothing for himself, or he probably knocked up a woman, but the son is living at home under the mother's roof. She's not paying rent, but the son is telling the mother that you shouldn't date that guy. Well, he doesn't know the guy. And then the daughter, mother and daughter, when the older woman didn't have a man, they were hanging out together. They were going to birthday parties. They were going shopping together. Well, now that the older woman has a man, the daughter wants to have an opinion about the man. It's going to be a negative opinion. Now, each of these scenarios that I'm bringing to you, there are reasons why this older woman is not fit for duty to be in a relationship, because she listens to a lot of these external forces. And see, to sum up a few of these external forces, she wants to love everybody on the same level. This is why she always has this concept that she loves her man, but she loves her family, her friends, everybody else around her. She feels like she's in the middle. Well, no, she's not in the middle. She just hasn't prioritized her life. She does not understand the Most High, God, man, woman, and child. And see, her children, what her children are going to say, because her children aren't going to respect you no matter what you do for them. Her children are going to tell her with this shaming language that, Mom, you love that man better than you love me. Which is all bullshit, because these children are grown and they should be on their own, living in their own house. Unless there's a catastrophe, children should not be living at home over the age of 23. Once you leave college, you should be on your way to your own freedom. But these moms allow these children, these older moms allow these children to live in a house with them because of empty nest syndrome. Did a video on that. But the kids are always going to have an influence. And this older woman is going to be gullible enough to listen to what they say just because her kids are her kids. This is why, as an older man myself, when she has all these influences, don't date her. She's going to be problematic. Because this brings me to my fourth type of external force. And this video may have to be done in 2 videos, because this is a very important external force. Number of these older women now have foster children. Now, why would you have foster children once your children are grown and gone? You have time to be free to do what you want. You have time to get yourself together. Why would you want to raise more children? Well, first answer is foster children are money. None of these women don't love these foster children like they say they do. It's just extra money for them. Number 2, again, it goes back to what I'm saying. These older women can't live on their own. And when you can't live on your own as an older woman, you're not an adult. Because when you live at your own residence, you're doing things on your own. Like for me, I enjoy living on my own because I get a chance to look at myself, to correct my deficiencies. Because if I'm going to be suitable enough for a mate, I want to be stable. And when I talk about stable, I'm talking about financially, psychologically, and of course, health wise. But see, a number of these older women out here think that they can have all of this drama in their lives, but yet have a man at the same time. And all she's really doing is being selfish. See, this goes back to the old feminist nonsense that I can have everything. But if you could have everything, why aren't you running everything smoothly? The answer is very simple. She likes chaos. A number of these older women are filled with drama. They enjoy being a kid. And they think they have all these options. And see, when you date this older woman as a man, I'm going to put these words out to you, brothers, and you need to heed this warning. Do not date someone who's going to make you an option. If you're not going to be a priority, then don't be somebody's option. Because as a man, you need to be on your purpose. And see, when you have women who have all these external forces, and they're just a few of them that I've named, I got some more to go through. Because the external forces that a number of these older women carry with them, so older women make the external forces from other people in their lives part of their belief system. Now, I'm not saying as a man or a woman not to have outside forces. But you need to have outside forces who are realistic. You don't need outside forces who are going to base your situation off of their situation, because these outside forces are dominating the older woman's thinking. And if you don't believe me, look at some of these younger women out here, because the bitterness that these older women have, the younger women have it. And some of these younger women hadn't even gotten out of their 20s. Some of these younger women are living at home by permission of the older woman. Because see, here's where the older woman is very selfish. She doesn't want her kids to grow up because she likes to control. And see, that's another external force that a lot of guys aren't seeing with this older woman. It's the control factor. Number of older women like to feel like they are the matriarch. And again, when you have anything run by a woman, it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be drama. Because women are very emotional. They don't think critically. But when you are a guy, you're dating this older woman, you're also going to be dealing with the external force of her mental state. Does she have depression? And a lot of what you're going to be dating, it's not just the spirit of the other guys, but you're going to be dating the insecurities. You're going to be dating a woman who will tell you on the surface that she's strong, but she has a lot of deep-seated issues. And when it comes to this older woman, a big deep-seated issue that she has, that is another external force, is what Ringo TV Raw calls the body count. Again, going back to what I said earlier in this video, too many of these older women have slept with numerous men, particularly the late baby boomers and the Gen Xers. And then the brothers in my generation and some of these older baby boomers, they didn't do a good job of checking these women. Why? Because they were just looking for sex. You had a lot of guys out there who were incubi, and they turned this woman into a succubus. Why? Because they didn't want anything from a woman but her body. But a number of these older women who were younger then allowed men to go inside her numerous times, and the result, when she becomes an older woman, or when she became an older woman, she became very bitter. Some of them even turned into homosexuality. Some of them are talking their daughters into being lesbians. Some of these older women, another external forces, they were molested. This is why a number of them live in denial. A number of older women, when it goes back to family, had domineering mothers and weak fathers. Because when you are a man and you've never dealt with real men, you're going to come against a man with irrationality and emotions. Why? Because as a man, because an external force, when it comes to a man, when it's inside him, he's effeminate. And the matriarchal or dominating mother is the external force for men. This is why a number of men don't have any type of killer instinct and masculinity. And see, here's another thing that is a shaming tactic. I'm going off topic a little bit. The word masculinity. It's funny how masculinity is toxic to these older women, but they can be masculine. Because masculinity to this older woman makes her strong and independent. That's the double standards that they always use to give them this artificial power. But when it comes to the older woman, as I get back on topic, she allows too many external forces to influence her thinking. And when it comes to having any relationship with her, you have to be very careful. If she's not in a position to where she can put her relationship in a position of prioritization, you don't want that woman, because you're always going to be competing with these external forces. And what she's going to try to do, if you have any problem with the external forces, she's going to shame you. She's going to tell you you're insecure. See, a number of these older women out here are children themselves. They never grew up. They don't want to grow up. They think they have it all going for themselves. And if you look at this older woman now, she's trying to be young again. But the difference is, when you compare her to a younger woman is basically pure if she hasn't been raised in an environment where the older mother has influenced that younger woman to go out and be a slut like she is. See, a lot of these older women out here, their lifestyle influences them to be who they are, because they've never changed their lifestyle. A number of them live in denial. A number of them believe that what they're doing is okay. It's like a smoker. See, if I don't smoke and a person is smoking, I'm going to say, hey, that smoke is affecting me. See, that smoke is not going to affect them because they're used to it. Well, the lifestyle that some of these older women are living, like the party girl lifestyle, the feminist lifestyle, the lesbian lifestyle, single mother lifestyle, they're not going to have a problem with it because they're used to it. Me, I'm going to have a problem with it because I'm not used to it. But when I look at some of the lifestyles that these older women have chosen for themselves, it's indicative that they should not be dating. Because a number of these older women, they're going to be nothing to you but a distraction. because many of these older women are about them. And it's funny to say that because older women don't like other older women. I just gave you some facets of family, girlfriends, that involve females. Again, when it comes to having a relationship with this older woman, and I'm not saying all older women are bad, there are some good ones out here. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if the shoe fits, wear it. If you don't like the shoe, change it. Because what I'm trying to put out here is a message that for men, when you're dating, don't make it all about the sex. Be proactive about what you want. And don't allow yourself to be shamed. Because a number of these older women are going to guilt trip you or shame you into being with them because they envy your lifestyle. They envy your poise. They envy your grind. Because they didn't have enough gumption or enough upstairs to change their lifestyle. That's why they still have the same old bitter family members in their life, the same old bitter girlfriends in their life. And they are who they associate themselves with. And many of these older women live in denial. They want to give you at the surface how righteous they are. But their actions aren't righteous at all. And many of them, like I said, don't have anything to offer. They bring you nothing but drama. And at the end of the day, as a red pill man, you need to maintain your self-awareness of everything that's going on around you. Because knowledge is power. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. For this edition here, I'm going to make this video into 2 parts. But if you like what I presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. You can also catch me on Blog Talk Radio today because this video is live. I'm going to talk about dominance and submission. But once again, my name is Leon Jones. Just want to say, have a wonderful and blessed day. God bless you. Thank you for listening. Till next time, I'm out.